What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is the second video in my reboot of this motorcycle channel. Hope you guys are doing great. We are out for a little ride today. It's been a couple weeks since I got the bike. More like a week and a half. But we've been having a lot of fun with it. Still getting used to how everything, you know, like even doing this lane splitting is still pretty new to me. But yeah, we've just been having a lot of fun with this bike. Only really taking out on the weekends. But besides that, yeah, been having a lot of fun with this thing. Finally got it registered and insured. Insurance was actually not as bad as I expected it to be, which I'm happy about. Partially because I'm only getting, you know, liability. I don't need full coverage since it's not like I have a loan on the bike at all. Yeah, it's been so much fun actually. And in this video I just wanted to talk a little bit while we go for a little ride about all the gear that I bought right before I started riding, basically, like all the essentials you need. For those of you that are also trying to get into riding or have just started riding, basically just talk a little bit about the gear that I bought and what I would recommend as a newbie rider myself. Yeah, we're actually heading towards the infamous Pacific Coast Highway. We'll be there in like 5 minutes or so. I am blessed to be living in Southern California, where probably one of the best states to ride in. You can lane split and then you can drive along the beach, which is super nice. I have yet to ride there on my bike, so it should be a fun little experience. But yeah, so for starters, obviously the number one thing you obviously need is a helmet. So the helmet that I went with, and it's kind of like the gold standard, or at least for like a good, you can't go wrong with helmet, is the Shoei RF 1400. A lot of people use it for the first time. It will run you about $550, which is like a good like mid-tier price, I would say. It has all the certifications you'll ever need. It comes in so many different colors. I opted for the matte black. I'll include some videos of how it looks. But yeah, matte black. I got a little tinted visor for it as well. Looks really nice, simple, clean, and yeah, I actually got a little bit of a discount on it when I went, because it was the display one. I was actually about to walk away because I didn't want a display one, and the guy's like, you know what, I'll give you a discount. And you know, I took it. Why not, right? It looked pretty much brand new, so yeah, got a little deal on that. Second thing you obviously need is a helmet. Sorry, not helmet. We just talked about that. A jacket. So the jacket I decided to go with was the Dainese. It's like a Super Sprint, I want to say it's called. Little armor plates on the shoulders. It has a hood as well that you can detach. I just thought it looked cool, that's why I opted for it. But yeah, it's a pretty standard jacket. It runs you about $300, I want to say. If I remember paying for it, I bought it at a Revzilla. But yeah, I love it. Super comfortable. Has a lot of like adjustable like ties you can do to fit to your exact body, and it's pretty great. I think it looks super cool as well. And as you can see right now, we just made it to PCH, the infamous California Highway. This used to be, before I moved recently to Irvine, this used to be my drive to work, which is super nice. I get to just coast along the highway, listening to music. But, so nice. It's nice to be back. It smells like bonfire and sand and water. One of my favorite smells. Summer's coming around the corner, so you know, I'll probably be here pretty often, doing some bonfires, things like that with my friends. So I'm excited for that. Weather's super nice today, clear skies, a little on the warmer side than it has been recently. I think the high today is going to be like 80, I want to say. Hopefully my mic is working properly this time. I know the first video we were having a little issues, especially at higher speeds. But yeah, hopefully it's good now. Alright, moving on to the next thing. The last, I would say, essential you need for riding are a pair of gloves. And as you can see right here, I went with some Alpine Stars. I believe these are the SMX1. Pretty standard. They ran me about $80, which I think is a good starter price, you know, not too bad. And they're really comfortable. I think these are large. I got these little carbon fiber bits on top. Or I guess they came with the carbon fiber, but it looks really cool. I'm a big fan of carbon fiber, so I went with these. And yeah, I love them, honestly. I'll probably get some new ones in the future, obviously, maybe some more like beefier ones, but I think these are really good, really comfortable, have a good amount of grip as well. So happy with these. Look at that view. Little BMW i8. Boom. Getting better at lane splitting, I think. But yeah, moving on. The next thing I would recommend buying, but I haven't bought yet, are some pants. You know, maybe some good padded pants. I did find some I like at a Revzilla. They just didn't have my size, but we'll be getting some pretty soon. I don't remember the brand, honestly, but I would just recommend getting some pair of pants, especially in the beginning. Like, if you're gonna fall or drop your bike or something, it's gonna be in the beginning when you're still learning everything, right? So you might as well get some padded pants in the beginning. I totally just missed a shift there. Whoopsies. But yeah, would recommend getting some. I will be getting some pretty soon. They look really nice too. There's like normal looking pants too as well. Like, I found some cargos that look exactly like the cargos I'm wearing now, but just with, you know, some armor inside, which is nice. And they weren't too expensive, I want to say. Sub $100 for sure. Yeah. Next thing I would also recommend buying as a starter, as a beginner rider, would probably be a pair of boots. I did try some on. I believe it was the SMX, Alpine Stars SMX 8s, I want to say, 7s, somewhere around there. But yeah, those seem to be like a really good starter as well. They are pretty big boots, like they go up to like your shins. They're obviously not going to be as comfortable, and they're going to be a pain in the ass to put on and off. So for now, I decided to just go with the Blazers. I'm rocking the Nike Blazers right now. At least it's like somewhat of a high top shoe. Obviously nowhere near the protection of a real riding boot, which I will be getting eventually. And then moving back to the helmet, as far as visors go, the helmet comes obviously with just like a clear visor, and then I went ahead and bought a dark tint visor, which you should not always get or not always rock, especially during the nighttime. During the nighttime you cannot see anything basically out of the visor, and that's me saying with really good vision. Like, you just can't really, everything's just really dark, and obviously is not safe at all. So I would recommend if you want to just rock one size fit all visor, I would do like maybe like a very light tint. But for me, I feel like I'm gonna do most of my riding in the daytime, so I went ahead and got a dark tint visor, which I'm totally fine with. But I do, if I know I'm gonna be out a little late, I will bring my clear tint visor in my backpack just to swap it out. You know, it's not really that hard to swap in and out. So yeah, just in case I do get cut out later than I expected to. Yeah, visors are actually more expensive than I thought it'd be. I think the dark tint visor was like a little over $100. I guess that makes sense. Look at that view. Mountains are slightly visible today. A little bike wave. Those are fun to do. I encountered my first Harley the other day actually, and let's just say he ignored me. Like, I pulled up next to him in a light and I tried to look at him to, like, you know, give him a little nod or something, and he just like did not care whatsoever. And I guess that is the kind of stereotypical Harley behavior that people talk about, right? That they hate sport bikes and any other bikes except Harleys. What's up with that? Doesn't make any sense. But oh well, is what it is. The male ego. And yeah, I haven't really bought anything for the bike at all. I did maintain it. Well, a little bit. I got like a chain cleaner and lube, which I did, and then I also washed the bike. But besides that, haven't done it much at all. Tires are in good shape. Oil change I will probably do in the near future. But yeah, I don't know what other little fun mods I can do that's relatively cheap. I do want to get to an exhaust soon as well. I don't know how much those are. I haven't really researched. I don't think it'll be too much, maybe a few $100s, I would assume. So yeah, I want to do that, make the bike sound a lot better. Along with the jacket, I also bought a back plate for it. Basically, it's a little armor plate that you slide into the back of the jacket. That way your back is somewhat protected. That ran me like an extra, I forgot, maybe, I can't remember. It's either like $40 or like $70, somewhere around there. Not too bad. This is a little tricky. I will go in this lane, I guess. Gas is still at a whopping $6, which isn't fun, but at the same time I just got a bike, so that's been clutch. Although I still daily a car to work, and that's been draining a little bit. I've yet to take my bike to work. It just seems like a hassle taking everything. I do want to do it, but at the same time, like, the locker rooms at my work are like non-existent. So small, like I would not be able to fit a helmet in the locker, so I don't really know where I would put my stuff if I take it. We're about to make it to a very, like, a little 2-lane shopping area, but after this it gets really nice. You'll be able to get some nice views of the ocean. And we're coming up on like the really famous part where you go like a little down to the left and you can see all the ocean and the cliff sides on the right side. Pretty nice view. It's been a while since I come down here. Yeah, when I went to clean and lube my chain, it was honestly a pain in the ass because I don't have a bike stand. So maybe I'll look into getting one of those. I don't know how much those are, but yeah, it was a pain in the ass. I had to go to a car wash. Well, I washed my bike, and then afterwards I was gonna lube the chain, and then you just have to like clean a little bit, lube a little bit, then roll it, and then just do that, rinse and repeat. But it's kind of annoying. And yeah, I actually almost dropped my bike on myself doing that because I was kind of an idiot. And then I tried to move the bike while I was like kind of on the side under it, by just pushing on it and like rolling it. But obviously that's not a good idea. The kickstand went up a little bit and it fell towards me, and then I had to use my strength to freaking prevent it from crushing me. And obviously the R3 isn't like a crazy heavy bike. I think it's like 370 pounds, but still, you know, like, especially when you're not expecting it. But yeah, that was a learning lesson. So I think it's worth the investment to get a bike stand. I will be getting one of those. But also, like the inclines of my apartment, my structure is like at an incline, so I don't know how that would affect it, if at all. Because I'd like to do my own oil changes and things like that. I just don't know if it's gonna be feasible in my apartment. I guess I could just do it anywhere, right? Like on a curb, anywhere. So we'll probably most likely be doing our own maintenance on the bike as a learning lesson. I do want to learn how to work on this bike, learn every little bit about it. We're coming up on the very nice part of this drive. I'm excited to show you guys. I actually have a video on this channel when I used to do a lot of car content years ago, where I came to this little shopping plaza for a cars and coffee, and the title of the video is like spotting a $5 million Bugatti, and it was basically Manny Koshbin's, I think it was a Hermes Bugatti that he got custom made. And yeah, it was a long time ago, but that was a really cool video and good find. And those of you who don't know, Manny Koshbin is like a billionaire in Orange County who owns a lot of supercars, hypercars. He is loaded and he has a lot of cool cars, and he has a YouTube channel. You should check him out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. Just the gear, starter gear, for those of you that are looking to get into riding. But I appreciate you guys coming along with me. Went on a very nice ride, still on a very nice ride. This is the infamous spot. Look at this view. That is insane. You cannot beat that view. Crazy. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope the video and audio is coming in good. Thanks for coming with me on my little ride, and yeah, please leave a like and subscribe down below. Leave a comment, any questions you have. If you're a beginner rider, let me know how that's going for you, and or if you're looking to get into riding, what kind of bike you want and where you're from. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. And also any advice you have for me is always appreciated as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.